Yeah.
Also, okay,
I mean, he still is kind of like
he is a bitch.
The whole Ruka thing with Chizuru.
Dude, he almost spilled the beans. Luckily, Grandma almost died.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for her because she's got no one. Both of these girls got no one. Sumi at least is like, she's got you.
Wow. Am I going to be drawn into the manga and the show?
So this is going to be like the title card for the show. It's going to be you looking at it, going like this, and we'll just have Sumi going like this.
No. It's too much effort.
It's 2 thumbnails that like are already there.
Yeah. Cross ExAnime. Episode 100.
Did you want me to do it with you?
Well, I don't know.
You gave me eye contact. You're like, and I was like, wait, does he want me to say this with him? Or just... It's the A-list. Oh, shit.
Yeah, well, it's the A-list. It's episode 100. It's a special one.
It's not a special one.
100 episodes? Come on now.
Oh, I mean, it is. I was like, we haven't done a special in like 40 episodes.
No, yeah, it's not a special.
What's the last special we even did? Was that Bell?
No. I don't think we even talked about Bell.
Tigerfish?
Yeah.
No,
maybe.
I think we just talked about it on it.
I don't remember. It's been a while. This week, we're talking about our A-list. Overlord Season 4. Rent-A-Girlfriend Season 2. Classroom of the Elite Season 2. And Engauge Kiss.
Season 1.
Yeah. Season 1. And, for Overlord, it's episodes 8, 9, 10, and 11.
Wow, it's like we got it right on the first try.
Yeah. Fucking nailed it.
Nailed it. Got him. Okay. We're going to bitch immediately about what we bitched about kind of before. There's Evil Eye. Then there's Girl with White Hair. And then there's Dude in the Robot Suit.
Yes.
All of which were like pretty prevalent in the opening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all had like maybe like, I don't know. Well, Evil Eye and her whole gang had like maybe 20 seconds of screen time on there. And they're like,
well, you've seen her twice. She was hanging around with the princess.
Yeah, but it's like, add some more to it on there. You know, it's like.
Just because they're like in the OP doesn't mean that they have to have a bunch of screen time. All of Class 1A is in the opening for My Hero. Doesn't mean we're getting a dedicated episode to the invisible chick.
That's the difference. It's not like, they're super, super prevalent in there. It's like they're not focusing 100% on their screen time in there. Who gives a fuck about Frog Girl and then Invisible Girl? And I don't know their names.
Wow. That's froppy to you.
That probably.
But, yeah, it's fine. It's cool to still occasionally pop in on them and be like, hey, you're still here.
It's not cool. It's like, give me something. I want to see Deadeye kill something.
Yeah.
Or Evil Eye, not Deadeye. I'm thinking of something else on there. I mean, literally, listen, this whole season's been like, I'm not hating on them because they're playing it better. There were fights, but it's like, you get a 24-minute episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
4 of it's opening, closing. Other bullshit, right? So you got 20 minutes.
It's 3 minutes, but continue.
Well, they also do like that small summarization, and like after credits, they add that little bit more at it. So it's like 24 minutes kept on to 20. Then there's like 18 minutes of like, here's politics, anime, and then like 2 minutes of I'm overpowered, kill them all. That's it.
All I'm hearing is Overlord isn't for you. As someone who watched 20 episodes of Slime and 19 of them were literal, like, sitting down at a table and having political discussions, I don't mind it.
I'm sorry they just like trash anime, Justice. What's one of your top anime, huh? What's one of your top anime?
Eureka 7.
Sorry they like bad mech shows.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry that you're incorrect.
I was mainly jabbing you at a Domestic Girlfriend.
It's not my top anime. It's not even ranked on my anime list.
Because you don't want that shame on there?
I've seen it. That's all they need to know. I definitely wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. Probably wouldn't even give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, wow. Hate Rui that much? No, there was so much like, okay, so in episode 11, or episode 10/11, there's so much that happens. So the prince of the nation that Ainz goes to fight, he basically gets...
Zanuck. He has like 5
titles on there. And he gets killed by his subordinates?
Yeah, other nobles.
Yeah, they basically overthrow him. I mean, at least he tries to stand and fight on there. He's like, yo, fight me if you ain't a bitch. He didn't kill any of them because as far as I could tell, all the nobles were still there.
Yeah.
So they kill him, chop off his head, put it in a bag, and this is after Ainz and him had a nice, like, polite conversation. They were very noble about it, and even Ainz was like, so that's what it's like to be noble. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because it was still, they weren't, like, being rude to each other.
Mm-hmm. At the end of it, because basically a lot of those, it's kind of a cliche, like, there used to be political kind of talks of, like, can we mitigate this? And it's like, no, we cannot. It's like, all right, well,
I want to kill everyone to make my people happy.
At least talk to me a little bit, because then it humanizes the other side, and hopefully they like might not like murder too much. But it's Ainz, so he's gonna murder all of them anyways.
Oh, he could make a philosopher's stone.
Could.
With the amount of people that he's fucking murdered, I mean, he
could.
Well, there was a whole like Ainz kind of thought about like the battle plan of like we're gonna attack this, so no allies can get to him, and then attack them directly to murder the entire city. And you get this whole dark scene of like we're gonna murder everyone in the city, women, children, to leave no survivors. Then you meet like that one girl with like the torn off face, basically with giant scissors.
Oh, Alberto's sister. It's like her name starts with an N. I forget. It's Nelbado or. It's similar to hers, but I don't remember what it is.
Oh no, there was a bad one.
She has the dog friend.
Oh, the furry?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, come on, Justus. That's a furry.
Yeah.
You know it.
Look.
You can tell that Ainz is slowly going back into that whole, I don't care what happens. I can murder people. It's technically just a game, right? Because he's like, I'm going to murder thousands of people. And then he thinks in his head, I wonder if I can meet any of my old comrades in the game. It's like, well, what do you think the odds are if you're going to murder everyone? Because I thought the dude in white armor was going to be one of his old allies because it looked like it. And the suit of armor is controlled by a dragon. So was the dragon a player that fell asleep in the game?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I feel like
either that or it's an old dragon that kind of knows a thing or two. But also...
Because it's seen a thing or two?
Yeah, well, I think they like jumped the pooch a little bit because... that is a real term.
It is, but it's an old man thing.
Oh, whatever. I got gray hair. I thought they weren't going to show who's behind it.
I mean, it would have been better probably to leave it for another season on there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I stopped reading until this season.
Yeah.
So everything I'm seeing is new, and I'm probably going to read into this season and probably read the next season's content. So I don't think they announced another season yet. Maybe they'll announce it at the end of this week's episode or today's episode, right?
Hopefully.
But I didn't see anything on the news, so it was like...
Yeah. Hopefully with this one being greenlit, someone behind the scenes was like, yeah, man, just greenlight it till we're either caught up or finished. Like...
Well, it's ending. The last chapter literally is coming out or it's about to come out.
Yeah.
On there.
So, like, just greenlight till it ends. It would make sense.
Yeah, as of today, it still has not been confirmed yet for another season or not.
Mm-hmm.
There might be, I don't know, maybe they're playing it safe, let the hype build up again, because to be fair, at the end of season 3, it was pretty bad how they ended it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only thing you remember from season 3 is, what, lizards fucking and terrible CG at the very end?
Lizards fucked in season 2.
Yeah, but they were just, it was one season right after another on there, and it's just like, ugh. Overlord season 5 confirmed release date. Did they show finally get renewed? Oh, this is like a whole like gotcha article on there. Still says nothing confirmed on there.
Yeah, that's lame.
But it was pretty cool to see at the end that Ainz got in a fight with that dude,
and
then like he's trapped in the thing, and that there was one of the things like you would know if you probably because I rewatched Overlord before this came out, and it's like you see in his initial fight he gave himself a whole bunch of like buffs, and they really zoomed it. Like even in the manga they like really focus on all the buffs they're giving him. Compared to this fight, he only gave himself like a quarter of the buffs. And they're all like ranged buffs he's done in the show before. I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure everything he buffed himself with was stuff he could buff himself from range, not himself. So that's why it was kind of a dead giveaway, because I'm sitting there, I'm like,
Someone pointed it out later where it's like, oh man, that is like the biggest giveaway, and I just didn't see it. Like, I just thought he was...
Which one?
So the dragon was talking about like a world item because Albedo could go through.
Yeah, because usually Ainz has a world item all the time.
Yeah,
because his ring.
No, the orb that is there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it is the world item. It's Pandora's actor that you find out later, where it's like, Oh, that's why. Fuck, that's good. Like, the signs are there, but if you're just
Yeah, I
kind
thought
of
he
like...
had a ring that was a world item as well, though.
He gave it to her.
Oh, that's right. Duh.
That's why she was able to break through.
Yeah.
So
it's... I mean, there were definitely signs. I mean, I'm not a die-hard Overlord fan. I like Overlord a lot. I've read a lot of it, and I've owned some of the manga. I don't know if I have it up on the shelf.
Someone had pointed it out in the comments, and I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, that's good storytelling. Like, just...
Good continuity on there. Like, knowing what's happening at all times on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. The thing is, depending on what happens on today's episode that we haven't seen yet, my guess is he's going to... Because they already said, like, they couldn't defeat Ainz on there. And even as Pandora's actor doing that good of a job against him, that guy probably can't defeat him. Because he even mentions, like, there's someone else that would be stronger that can defeat him. Because they already pointed out in this season there's 2 people from, like, I don't know, the religious nation that have 2 probably actual players.
Yeah.
The dragon's either a player or someone that knows a lot on there. But it seems like the uncle of the one girl that was in the red, like, mech suit, basically, he's just a regular person in the world.
Yeah, he has a player's armor that he got somehow.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is cool. That uncle is a fucking player. The first time you're introduced to him, he's half naked with a hose on each...
Dude, can we talk about how fucking ripped everyone was in these episodes?
I mean...
Oh, no, that's another thing. Speaking of players, that one girl, yo, you got any magic items? I want you to be like what is it? Concubine of my 12-year-old son. She's like, ooh, and everyone in the crowd at the same time is like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, she starts like drooling.
It's like she definitely wants that magic item.
Yeah, it's like, oh, is she drooling over the item or the 12-year-old? It's like, I think it's the latter. It's like, you shut up. I was like, that's pretty good.
But at least they introduced, I don't know if anything will happen, because remember, was that season 1 they introduced that like random squad that like it wasn't Ainz was hanging out with, but it was a squad going to kill Ainz, and then he kills all of them pretty easily on there.
Yeah.
Oh, you also meet, remember the assassin girl from season 1? I wish I had the names up. No. I'm certain that's her brother, the one with the blonde hair and the red eyes. Remember the assassin girl that was killing like low-level adventurers and had the plate armor, and Ainz like crushed her to death?
Oh,
and that's how he got the needle things. Because even at the beginning of the season, they kind of remind you, because that's how he takes out the orc. He uses her style of fighting to take him out. So there's a lot of like nods to season 1, but it reminds you of like, there's this. And then you, like, it was only like, what, 2 episodes before what we watch, you get reminded of that.
Yeah.
Then you see the brother, and it's like, oh, I remember all those people. Also, Big Hat Gang. That gal's over there like, hey, can I help you?
Yeah. That's like the, like, it's not just the Holy Kingdom, but it's those multi-kingdom stuff.
Yeah, it's like one of their super squads. So the thing is, you got 2 super squads technically that have met up. They tried to work together, but they're not working together. So I imagine there's those 2 super squads, then there's those 2 random guys. So I imagine all of them are going to team up to fight Ainz, and I assume Ainz is just going to do some like world killer shit.
The only thing I will complain about where it's like, look, this could have been set up a little bit better, is the actual king and the son, who's kind of been doing acting king stuff anyways.
Yeah, it felt kind of rushed.
Yeah, that scene where it's like, we know who attacked the carriage. It's insert idiot here that everyone's like, oh, that guy's an idiot. And
I'll give up my head.
Well, the initial thing is like, give him his head, and it's like, we can't let an innocent man. But it's like, your son literally said they have definitive proof that he did it. He's not an innocent man. Yeah. You just let this man live and ruin your entire kingdom.
Well, the thing is, like, I assume Ainz has been playing this, or someone's been planning this for a while. Well, it seems like it was set up by that other gal. Yeah. The one that was trying to court the prince and like the whole thing. I'm also trying to figure out why Ainz saved those thousands of people. Because there's all those like random people. So like we have like 1,000 people, and it's like, now to be fair, we did forget to mention one of the best parts. So the prince does get killed. They bring his head to Ainz. He's like, oh, here's a reward. Tells Albedo to like take him off somewhere, right? And then immediately he's like, even if they beg for death, don't let them die.
It's like their neurologist or something, or whatever the official name is. It's like, even the moment he said that, I was like, oh, they're going to get tortured. He's so mad. Because that was the nice thing about the prince and
he's still trying to find
down.
the armor and the sword. Because I think he is afraid that armor and sword can kill him.
Yeah.
Because they even mentioned like that sword could kill him. They throw a lot at us in the last 3, even in the last 2 episodes. They throw a lot of like, here's new characters, old characters, new weapons, old weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My kind of highlight of that was the prince and Ein sitting down, because like they kind of humanized to the same level, where even afterwards when the prince is back in the tent, where it's like, oh, was he as much of a monster as possible? He's like, actually, kind of human.
That shit had some bus and water.
And it's like those moments where it's like, see the respect that was gained between those two, and then his reaction afterwards, where it's like, oh, you guys just beheaded him and we're cowards anyway. It's like, fucking torture. Go away. I'm mad.
You know, speaking of torture, I think Karizawa. Hey, we're switching subjects now. That was a good transition, buddy. Karizawa, dude. Okay, we watched Classroom in the Elite, right? This is our second show we're talking about. This is episode what? What episodes did we watch? We watched 9, 10, 11?
Yes.
So we got one more episode, basically, right? Of the season. I don't think we have 13. I think this one 12. Literally at the end of episode 11, Karizawa.
This one is 13 episodes, so we have 2.
Oh, we have 2. Nice.
Yeah.
So Karizawa, the girl, Kay, she's the one that has like the hair that was getting bullied at the beginning of the show. Literally, they're talking about, wow, it's kind of cold in here, and you can see people's breath on there. And I was like, usually that's a sign of like close to freezing temperatures on there. And they're in there, and they got like this giant backpack. I was like, why is it so heavy? First of all, like a backpack that full with water, I'd be kind of heavy, but not like super, super heavy.
Well, I mean, you had the tall, buff dude literally like drop it from a foot into the hands of another dude. It was like, oh,
that dude's just weak. Literally, they take her in there, and it's like they zip tie the back of her hands. Listen, he's like, don't even bother complaining to the school. We'll just say it's a prank. It's like, what kind of prank is this?
Yeah,
like,
Ryuen is fucking absolutely
like
crazy.
what kind of prank do they think? Like, oh, we were just playing. It's like you're torturing a girl by pouring water on her in a cold, secluded place where she's freezing to death, basically at this point. And they put a cloth over her face and start waterboarding her.
They literally waterboarded her, and it's like, oh, that's fucked. That's real fucked up.
And then he's like, she's really resistant to this. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm resistant to waterboarding.
Yeah.
Perks to her, though. She's a fucking champ right now. She is taking one for the team.
Yeah. Too bad it's for Ayano Koji, and he's like, I don't even care. Like, I have no ambitions.
I feel like this will be a fucking gotcha moment of like, yeah, I said I don't care, but there's actually this big overarching plot, because he did mention something about needing her later. Because I know Koji's dad shows up. They have their whole father thing. Who gives a fuck about it? He wants him to come back. They mentioned the White Room, though, and how his dad's restarting. It's like, so are all those kids just his kids then?
I think they're not actually, or he's
the only
one that's legitimately his kids, because they have the same eyes.
Yeah. But to be fair, I think a lot of the kids, I don't know. It could have been, because the thing is, they already mentioned like he's the best he's ever seen out of that. So the White Room is somehow, I don't know, whatever. Because there's a whole bunch of people apparently that know his dad on there. It's like, well, your son can't leave unless he wants to leave. I'm like, thank God there was a way out of this shit.
Yeah, it was one of the chairs of the school where you find out that that's the reason why he got in. He saw Ayano Koji's name and was like, yeah, well, you guys are going to accept him.
Also, his dad tried to guilt him, and I know Koji's got no fucking chill. Yeah, I fired him, and then he like killed. What
his house burned down, and he died in it. It's like, 'cause they moved to a different place, and then that place burnt down or some shit.
Yeah,
like
and it's like, it's your fault. And I know Koji's like, no, whatever. Why would I be sad? It's not my fault. And it's like, damn, dude, you've got fucking like.
I mean, it's fair. Like, even at some point, the counter reaction would be like, you fired him out of spite. That's your fault because your direct actions caused it, not mine.
But I mean, so much happened this episode, because then there was even the test. Because we had the paper shuffle. What it was called? Do the paper shuffle. Yeah. In class D, I honestly kind of didn't see that coming on there.
Kushida getting absolutely fucked over.
No, so this is what happens. You got the paper shuffle, right? Class D, Class C makes a test for Class D. Class D makes stuff for Class C. And I know Koji ahead of time had made like a pre-trade on there with like proof of the answers, and he would give him answers. So I imagine just to make sure all their people in their class pass. But Ruin, he made a deal with Kushida because Kushida thought she could get one up on Suzune. But I know Koji had already turned in the stuff, and Suzune had handed in the paper, and that's why the teacher made that comment of like, oh, don't take whoever turns theirs in second on there, because they already said the same thing on there. Yeah. So the teacher had shredded the thing that Kushida had given. So that's why he made the deal with class.
Yeah. Horikta gave the exact same instructions to Kushida to give to the teacher that she had already given the teacher, which is kind of clever.
Yeah, so it's basically like the pre-think of it. And then obviously, Ruin's like, well, I want to secure the victory, so I made the deal with them. So she barely passed because you could tell immediately. I mean, she almost lost her cool. Because I think that was the whole plan, trying to make her lose her cool in front of everybody.
There was also a subline where like they planted her like having cheat notes underneath her collar just as a last resort. If she
could get her expelled with that because she still didn't even notice
Yeah, because she had the exact answers because I know Koji got
put that on there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's so good. So yeah, it was fun, kind of like, oh, you think you got me, but I got you, but you kind of got me a little bit, but I still got you. Like lots of moving parts, which is nice. I like when things are complicated enough, but like you're still both able to follow, and
they went a little bit slower than like the whole first game they did, the moon thing or the planet thing.
Oh yeah.
Dude, here's a block of text. Like, fuck. But we still have a few episodes to see what kind of happens. But then you do see the thing from Kushida was like, I promise to stop sabotaging you. And it's like, okay, the fucking gotcha moment on there. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
But she still has to, I mean, she already did tell the story of what happened. So they did get confirmation of like what actually happened there.
Yeah. And there's like three things kind of boiling up to a point. Because the chair's daughter is in A class. And he doesn't give kind of her any special treatment. She's very smart on her own. She has an interest in Ayano Koji and has had him trailed by another Class A.
Yeah, Class A was trailing people, but Class C was also trailing people. So everyone's trailing everyone.
Yeah, because Ryuen is trying to find out the mystery mastermind, which is why he's currently waterboarding.
I believe our girl can hold out.
So he's taking a crazy step. The Class A is taking some weird steps that even like other people are like, well, I don't know what they're doing, but it's kind of weird. So I like that things are moving forward at a pretty good pace. It's also nice kind of not having Horikta in that kind of main spotlight. She's a nice character, but not having her be the kind of second center of it all. And we also got introduced to this weird-ass character in Class C that like is supposed to be the one that will suss out who the mastermind is. And
I don't know. There's a lot going on. I mean, in the next two episodes, they're obviously going to finish the waterboarding shit.
Hopefully.
Dead
body incoming.
I feel like this is just going to be a whole thing of like, Ayano Koji has this whole master plan, and the whole thing with his dad showing up is just part of it too. Yeah, it's got to be this whole like workaround thing. I mean, it's to be expected at this point. It's not like Death Note where it's like, oh, what the fuck is I have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen on this.
I did also appreciate in a couple of the shots. I don't know if you had caught on to it, but I think there was a afternoon classroom shot where he's sitting there and he's like talking about how, yeah, like everything's fine. I'm not really gonna like be too like a part of stuff. And there were two scenes that were similar, but there was the one with the teacher in the hallway where it's like, you're a big fat liar, because initially it was like, yeah, I'm the one who accepted you because I want you to get us to Class A. And it's like, oh no, you didn't. You just really want to get to Class A. But even while they're talking, the way the shadows, they have both of them being two-faced because like half of their faces are like perfectly shadowed, where it's like, ooh, I like it.
The foreshadowing.
Yeah. Well, not even foreshadowing, just showing just that they've been two-faced and kind of liars. In that case, they're caught in the act, and there was another scene where he was actively being two-faced and lying at that time. It was pretty good.
Well, the thing is, she might get killed. You know who else might die? You just know, see? The grandma from Rent a Girlfriend. Hey, the Rent a Girlfriend season 2. Yo, that grandma's definitely going to fucking die by the end of this season. We got one episode left, and that woman is on death's door.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, okay.
Also, Sumi, best girl.
Sumi, listen.
Pink hair.
Simp.
Come on now, she was adorable.
Pink, red?
Huh? Pinkish red, whatever.
It's definitely more salmon. Ooh. Okay, can I tell you my beef with Rent a Girlfriend?
The fact that there's at least 3 girls that like this piece of shit.
Yeah. Listen, okay. So, Mommy only wants him because other girls want him now.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of whatever. Ruka obviously is the one that deserves him, and this is what I hate about the show. She deserves him. He doesn't deserve her. And now they're making me want to cheer for Chizuru more. Like, by the end of last season, I was like, you know what? Go get it, Ruka. You fucking got this. Can fucking jump on that dick. Now I'm like, yo, what if Chizuru was there too? Like,
yeah, I'm over here like, Sumi did such a good job. She said 2 sentences this episode.
But the thing is, they haven't made the huge emotional connection there. And even then, they're trying to push you.
They did. They sat there and cried together.
But they're using her to make you feel more for Chizuru. And I'm like, I feel so bad for Chizuru because she's finally come around to like him. Kind of for him. But is that just the...
I can't wait till next season, man. You know, A, it's going to be announced. But also, we all know what chapter's coming. Like, this man...
NTR!
This man is going to...
Yo, can we make a new supercar?
Instead of break the internet,
Can we just make a car and badged as the NTR?
No. What do you drive? Honda NTR?
What does it do? It destroys itself. God, no, okay. I mean, God, someone's got to animate that shit. I mean, they've animated worse on there. Okay, listen, I am definitely Team Chizuru at this point. I have switched from Team Ruka to Team Chizuru, and it sucks because I'm like, both grandmas want them to be together. He kind of wants to be together with Chizuru, and it's like, Ruka, I just feel bad for Ruka that, like, she's like, oh, the only man that makes my heart pound. And even when they do the whole kiss thing, which, God, that's where most of their budget went this season, apparently. That was definitely like a, hold the phone.
I was watching that in the car on the drive to school.
Oh, is that when you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, goddamn. I like paused it for a moment. I was like,
I had to like go.
That's ridiculous.
Like my neighbor was out on the balcony over here. And I had my TV on, and I like look over, and I could see him like getting interested in the show. So I'm literally in my living room, like, "Oh, Rent a Girlfriend season 2 is so good." Hopefully that man gets into it.
That's so weird. If I saw someone looking while that was on, I had to look at them and go and close it.
What if he just yelled over, "Team Sumi"?
My man, I'm keeping it open.
Roll his blinds even more open. Also, listen, Kazuya is a piece of shit still.
Yes.
But he's becoming more respectable now. Like the whole Sumi situation, like before he'd been like, I'm just going to look for 10 minutes. No, he looked away and offered his jacket right away. Good man.
Oh,
and then he cried like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Also, okay, I
mean, he still is kind of like...
He is a bitch.
The whole Ruka thing with Chizuru.
Dude, he almost spilled the beans. Luckily, Grandma almost died.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for her because she's got no one. Both of these girls got no one. Sumi at least is like, she's got you.
Wow. Am I going to be drawn into the manga and the show?
So this is going to be like the title card for the show. It's going to be you looking at it, going like this, and we'll just have Sumi going like this.
No. It's too much effort.
It's 2 thumbnails that like are already there.
Yeah.
No. Just do it. Just do the thumbnail. We're going to do this.
Oh, that's so weird.
Wow.
I'm not weird. I'm not a.
What was that?
I'm not weird. Anime is normal now.
Dude, getting bullied for liking anime. Now it's the new norm. It's like, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
So, wait, if you had to pick between Chizuru and Ruka, because those are the two obvious picks. You got to pick one of those two.
I think Ruka, while she is nice, she is too pushy. Like, it's been made clear where it's like, look, he didn't really want to date you to begin with. He's set boundaries, which is weird.
Yeah.
And she's like, too bad I'm your girlfriend. Meh. And, like, kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And, like, kind of sexually assaulted him in a hallway.
Oh, he was definitely sexually assaulted.
So
he tried to pull away and she pulled in more.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say words to be sexually assaulted.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, it's like, also, for someone who doesn't have a very strong heart, it was beating pretty fast. It seems okay to me now.
Is she the sister of...
What?
Chitori? God, I forgot her name for like Chorus Recoil. That doesn't awesome. What's up with this? Is this a new thing? Is this going to be a new thing now? They don't have a heart. They got a fake heart. I'm like, because there's been like 3 shows so far.
Yeah, but this one was established a couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years. Oh, God, I forgot it's been that long.
Yeah, this is season 2. And there was like a year break.
Fucking rip. Imagine being a Bleach fan.
Wow, crazy.
10 years, 10 months, 10 days.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Okay, this is my prediction, right? This is how the season's going to end. Because we got one more episode, right?
Boom, dead grandma.
So, no, this is what's going to happen.
Naked grandma?
What? What do you want to see, Justus?
Oh, I'm throwing out my predictions. Dead grandma, naked grandma.
Maybe Kazuya gets with grandma. Kazuya.
I hope he likes a stiff.
That's fucked up. You're fucked up this week. Kazuya's gonna be with Chizuru outside, like grandma's hospital room or whatnot. Chizuru's grandma's gonna die. He's gonna be there. She's gonna be crying in his arms. She's gonna hug him. Ruka's gonna come by, and when they're hugging, crying, Ruka's gonna get jealous. Doesn't know old grandma's dead. She's gonna tell Kazuya's grandma, and then Kazuya's grandma's gonna die of a heart attack.
Oh, I think that's a bit too much. Also, Ruka's
if that's right, I will. Oh my God,
Ruka's already even openly talked about after the birthday stuff, where it's like, look, I just can't compete.
She doesn't have a heart,
so
she doesn't know what it's like.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But
Yugi says, "Believe in the heart of the cards." What if you don't have a heart, Justus? Also, can we talk about how
wrecked trap card, bitch?
Ruka's a man. That bitch pulled up. Dude, I love how they pulled up the condom scene again, too. With like, oh, she just came over trying to be nice. just in case.
Yeah.
We forgot to talk about, though, Nagumi, Kazuya's grandma, was in the middle of the party, like, take my, like, engagement ring my husband gave me.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't. Then at the very end, the grandma's like, take it. I don't care. If you lose your grandmother, you're on your own. I was like, kind of tearing up there. I'm like, it's so sad. And it's like, you can pawn it off if you need the money. I'm like, oh, grandma, I care so much.
You're gonna tear up on that, but not the show next.
Engaged kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I did kind of tear up a little.
Of course.
I didn't really tear up.
You
I held it in though. I held it in like a man this time. It was super sad though.
I was gonna make a comment, and I'm not going to because we're recording. Can't do it.
Say it.
I know.
I'll cut it.
No,
Say
you won't. You definitely won't cut it.
Say it. 3, 2, 1.
No, I won't say it.
Or hear me out. Ruka's gonna get with Shun, which is his best friend that has the like brown hair.
Oh, that lonely one.
Yeah, the one that already rented her out once. Oh no, she'll probably get with Kibe, the other one, the one that calls her mommy. So
yeah.
Maybe. I mean, she hasn't really. I don't know.
I would assume that she's probably not.
I'm surprised he hasn't really been in this season. He's usually been the supportive friend of like, get your shit together.
Kazuma's just too busy drowning in puss.
Kazuma?
Kazuya. My bad.
Is it the same? It's not the same voice actor, is it? Because that would honestly make sense. Let's take a look real quick.
Yes.
I'm looking. I'm not seeing anything.
They sound very similar.
Well, yeah, it's an annoying virgin boy. What else do you want?
I'm pretty sure they were.
Nope.
No?
Not that I see on there. Oh, nope, not at all. I wasn't quite at the end on there. Nope.
They have similar names too.
Oh yeah, wow, Justus.
Kazuma and Kazuya.
All Japanese names just sound similar.
You're trying to twist this.
Speaking of what's I don't know where I was going with that segue. Hey, Engauge Kiss. Oh, current score on my anime list. I went through everything. 6.99. Can I get this up to a 7 if I just put one vote in?
No.
Dude, that'd be dope. I feel like I should log in. Yo, how is Engauge Kiss gonna end in like 1 or 2 episodes and just throw a brand new character right at the end?
It's 2 episodes.
This is like some of that what do we watch with the music arts? The
Blue Period?
No.
What? Oh, music.
Quartet.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow, we talked about
Tokto P Destiny.
That's what it is, Tokto P. Like literally at the end they're like, yo, here's like a new character real quick that like is gonna be insignificant, like 10 minutes on there.
Yeah.
I want another season of that, kind of, but at the same time, like, wow, it's kind of like not great.
Yeah.
Kenny was cool though. Kenny was OP.
Kenny's dead.
Why do they always got to kill off like the cool black characters?
I don't know. Speaking of the non-cool black characters, fuck you, Miles.
No, Miles cared. He took care of him, and he was something he needed to do.
He murdered a lot of people.
Listen, it was to save him.
Mm-hmm. It definitely does seem like at some point, because with that letter, of course, we get the full backstory where his daughter was like going to die. She gets the transplant that she needs because the like mastermind behind it, I forget what it's R something.
Aragos. I don't think that's the name of it, but that's the whole thing about it.
Yeah. She basically
what if they gave her an artificial heart?
But she basically is like, yeah, I can fix it. And he becomes a demi-demon and demi-human. Something.
Yeah, I would say demi-demon is like...
Demi-demon.
Demi-human, I think is what it is, because the demi stands for demon. I don't know.
But...
Miles was there for him. Miles raised him.
Yeah.
The man who he is.
Yeah. Well,
also that was what got me when they do the flashback of like, oh, you shot Miles, and what do you say? Like,
take care, basically.
Yeah, like take care. And I was like, even when he runs by Kisara, it's like, take care of him or like something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. And I was like, aw, it was a good fight scene though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like these last couple episodes, listen, they've been kind of lacking, but they had some really good fight scenes so far.
Let me guess. The breaking point where there was that, and then you realize, A, he doesn't have any memories of Miles, but he still breaks down crying anyways, and you're like, oh my God.
No, what really got me at the very, very end, when they kiss, he's like, oh, Kisara, blah, blah, because I'm guessing she just gave back all the memories because she doesn't want to take all the memories. He's like, who?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Yeah, you get 2 flashbacks. You get the, within these episodes, you get the flashback of,
yo, he definitely banged that nun. Oh, and then poisoned her. Oh.
Hey, I got the chuckle with that, like, flashback also. Nun, like, you get a panty shot, which there's been actually a couple of episodes between
she was ready to fuck wearing those.
Rent-A-Girlfriend and Classroom all had like panty shots to some degree, or undergarment shots, because Sumi had the bra, see-through bra stuff.
Is that all you pay attention to? The woman's body? Wow, Justus.
Maybe they shouldn't draw attention to it. I forget which show it is, but
they're just trying to change.
I think it was Rent-A-Girlfriend. At one point they'd like, Chizuru walks forward, and for like 4 seconds, it just holds on Chizuru's chest, and you're like, that's uncomfortable. Pan up, please.
Listen, the cameraman was distracted. Like, the camera wasn't set the right way.
Anime has weird shots.
But, you don't say. Ass shot.
Yeah. But...
hang on, real quick. Didn't we watch... What we were watching is like... I think they mentioned something like... No, it's the detective's already dead. They're like... There's some weird angles on this security footage, and the next shot is like in between the detective's legs, looking at him, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but you get the flashback. A, you get to see just how like involved Miles was like in Shu's like growing up, because the way they made it sound is like they lived with him for a little while.
Yeah, but
not
he was
that
there,
they essentially raised that boy from,
which is even worse. It's like he more emotionally attached to. I don't know. It was really rough on Shu to like have to kill your basically new father figure that you thought was that. Also, they're breaking. I love how like the whole thing like the Japanese government hired us to stop you, and they just have tanks on the bridge and they shoot at them, and I'm like, there's no hole where that impact went. Seems like a shitty. And Shu's over there with an Apache attack helicopter, and I'm like, where's the Air Force? Where's the real army? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It's the Japanese. They don't have one. Get fucked, nerds.
They have the JDF. Excuse you, Japanese Defense Force. They were in a gate. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah, that's a different anime. This is Engage Kiss. But the other flashback was you get to see Kisara, how she was kind of saved, which is where you realize that he, like, to be fair, it was a very good idea to poison the nun because she was totally going to try to kill him too. And their kind of rules and the contract and how the kiss is the way that memories get stored.
I love how they did show the different like options, like all 5 senses. It's like,
yeah, there's also like 263 conditions, which is okay. Yeah, man. Hey, I made this contract for us. Please read it over in the next 6 hours.
You know, it'd be weird. I'm looking at this contract. It says you're going to sell my data. Well, no, it's just for, purposes on there. What does this have to do with demons? Listen, we're just going to give it to some people on there.
Also, established.
Well, he read it, then she read it.
Well, she crossed 2 things out, or 1 thing out.
Like the binding agreement at the end, because she had to like blow it up, which is like, what the fuck? You could just do enhance.
Yeah.
She's like cross out hand holding. And I was like, okay, whatever.
Some finger interlocking.
Yeah, some lewd hand holding for you, PG audience at home. Then she changed, like, rather than just swiping the memory, which first of all, that looked like it fucking sucked. She's just over there like, oh.
Yeah, honestly, I'd prefer the kiss too.
The kiss is definitely a lot better way about going about it there.
Yeah, at least you get to kiss. Like, imagine someone just walks up and is like, hey, want your memories? Nah.
Just guttural on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet when she said who at the end, she's just fucking with him. It's not what's going to happen, but.
Yeah. Was there a scene where you rolled your eyes? Because there was a scene where I was like, hey, Matt's immediately like, of course. And
what?
So it's established that Shu, their family has kind of gone back a long time and has some like rumors related. Maybe Kisara distantly may be related to a certain degree.
Who was it that suggested we? Oh,
that was you suggested.
No, I threw out 4 shows, and you said we should watch Engage. You were the one that made the final decision. You're done picking shows.
Engage Kiss wasn't me.
Every time there's like a tiebreaker.
How was I supposed to know? They shoehorn that shit in. That's not my fault.
Justus is secretly a millionaire and like paid him like, yo, can you make him like brother and sister at the end?
Well, look.
Well, I love the whole thing of like, I knew we were cousins. Now we're blood cousins. It's like, what the fuck? What is this shit?
Yeah.
Alabama.
Also, as
Kisara
much
got
as
stabbed.
Yeah. As much as Shu has been kind of like banging the demon girl, apparently so is Dad.
Yeah.
Demon banging runs in the family.
Yeah, my man.
That's kind of how Kisara is supposedly to have existed was.
Well, her sister is
well,
it's
yeah.
Like that. But no, the girl that popped up, the
just
Kana, isn't that Shu's sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now she's crazy. I don't know exactly how her power. I'm so confused in this shit.
It's
also, I got beef with this. This is the kill shit again. There's so many shows that's like, I have one piece of this weapon, you have the other piece of this weapon, and it's just happening again. I'm like,
yeah,
fucking leave it alone. Like, we get it.
That's fine. Why can't you just enjoy something, Matt?
I can't. Platinum Ends to destroy the last little bit of hope I have for shows.
Well, maybe if you watch Made in Abyss, you'd enjoy it more.
No, I don't think I would.
You're wrong.
I'm tired of watching people die and crying. I don't know if I want to watch that show.
Why not? It's so good.
Now that we're finished with this, I want to talk about something, Justice.
Mm.
Vinyls.
I have one shipping soon.
What's it like to have your vinyl actually shipped and not delayed again? Again, Justice, again.
The Bell one?
Yes.
I've waited way longer. Fuck you.
My book.
Oh, that's different.
It's
We're
been
talking about
delayed
vinyls.
again.
We're talking about vinyls.
My shit keeps getting delayed.
Yeah.
On there.
You also like bought a book from a random fucking YouTuber.
Not a random YouTuber. He's a very well-established YouTuber. This is his third book.
In my case, I bought a vinyl from an actually established music composer that has worked on large projects that they're being...
What my YouTuber has too. Ian McCallum, Gun Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like his third or fourth book that he's actually fourth book. And the fifth one is the purple one.
Sounds like he's having a lot of troubles.
Listen, COVID got them down bad.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, sorry, just can't stamp a piece of resin.
Mm.
Whatever it's made out of.
No, that's right. You can just fucking print it normally on some paper. Yeah, it's even easier.
Paper's hard to come by nowadays.
Shut up.
Also, wait, I want to go back real quick. So, Lynn, I know, it's like friend, her best friend again, whatever. She's like, yeah, I'm here to help you commit like fucking federal crimes against the state and like
it's
whatever.
Fine. Her daddy's governor. Her brother is the like detective dude who's also a dick. He's just a dick in that last episode.
You know who else is a dick because they are what they eat? Sharon the nun.
Yeah. She got a nice ass.
God.
Are you going to say no?
What? Not my cup of tea. I'm not a blonde. I'm not into blondes.
Wow. Gross.
I'm sorry I don't pick I'm sorry they want a fucking nun. How dare you, Justice? She's for the Lord.
Yeah. You know what? I'll get her to say, oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. Don't roll your eyes. That was a good one. Come on now. Come on. That was a good one.
That's definitely not what she said to you.
That's fine.
Rip. That's all I got. I just want to mention.
2D.
I just want... You mean they're not real?
No.
No.
The only thing that's real are vinyl records and the price increase. That
God.
I'm getting a collection over here.
What was that most expensive one you saw? It was that $900. I think it was. What was it?
Blood Blockade Battlefront?
Yeah, it was Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yeah, there was also a Berserk one that was like over 500.
Yeah, it was like $600.
Yeah. I can't believe how much the Tower God one's like
gone up in price.
Yeah. It's nice for me. I know the Made in Abyss track 2 or movie vinyl is also going to be a similar thing where it's like it's just going to go up to about there. It's like sick. I don't want to sell them, but
next time you order one, you should order 2 so you can sell one later on.
I'm definitely going to get the next one because Season 2 of Made in Abyss, it'll probably be a month and a half or so afterwards, maybe 6 months, but he'll definitely announce it, and then it's going to be the same process, and I'll totally fucking buy some.
Some? Oh, so you're buying more than just 2?
Well, like,
save some for the rest of us, Justice. That's why no one can get them. Yeah. Scalpers like you.
There's literally no cap. There's just the minimum amount. There's just the minimum amount that is necessary. And of course, you don't want to buy a crazy amount. There were only 1,300 pressed for Tower of God. That means mine's extra rare. So, yeah.
Just because it's rare doesn't mean it's good.
It is good. Have you listened to any of the OST for Tower of God? No. How do you know?
I've listened. I watched the anime. All really? Like 5 episodes.
Didn't even watch the full thing. Dick. Thanks for watching. This was episode 100.
I got nothing special.
No, we will have a special tack on here in 3 weeks. Just because when we circle back around to the A list, we are going to have 2 episodes, and then 1 episode of each. And I haven't talked to him about it, but we're going to shoehorn the Dr. Stone in here. It's the perfect time to do that because we said that we'd watch it.
Is it out yet?
Yeah. It's been out for like a month and a half.
Oh, I didn't think it came out to the end of the month.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's stop this so I can go watch it.
Okay. Goodbye.